Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tori if you're new here. I have a brief moment of silence. My blue blocking glasses are glaring, but we're just gonna go for it. The air conditioner just kicked on too, so bear with me. I wanted to film an intro today to kind of show you a realistic grocery stock up when we're not able to get to the discount grocery store. I would love to know, moms of the 90s and 2000s, how did my kids are 7, 5, 3, and a baby 9 months, and I would love to know how you took everybody to the grocery store, you know, mentally but also physically. How did you do it and fit food in the cart for all 6 of you, moms of 4, moms of multiples? I would love to know. I've been having a hard time getting to the store because we can't fit food into the cart. So all that to say, we did Walmart this week because it's the least expensive in my area, and we used the delivery service. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm providing something for someone when I give the tip, or I don't know, I can still get the deals and it can be delivered at my doorstep. So I don't often like to trade in like convenience like that. I would much rather go to the store and show my kids how a store functions and whatnot, and build that responsibility. And I myself like to be part of that community. But long-winded intro, heads up. I feel like sometimes we trade that in, and maybe it is, I don't know, 2026. I would not necessarily say it's like laziness of my generation. I'm a millennial, but grocery delivery, grocery pickup, how do you feel about it? And moms of the 90s, 2000s, when this wasn't available, how'd you do it? Because I'm struggling to fit enough food in the cart. So with that being said, today we got a Walmart delivery, and then we also just meal prepped some meals for the week and snacks and whatnot from our shelf. And I really think it's going to go quickly, so I'll probably be doing this again in 3 days, and I will try and film it. Yeah, but I wanted to welcome all of you that are new. I love that you're here, and I appreciate every single one of you that takes the time to comment. So if you are new here and you feel comfortable, definitely hit the subscribe button and introduce yourself in the comments below, and let's get into today's video. All right, we are in the middle of a little meal prep. I do not have a specific day that I meal prep. I just see where we could use some food and then go from there. So I don't know. I usually just try and use up what we have on hand. We have potatoes soaking here. I just shredded them up quick to make them into hash browns, so we could put them in burritos or whatever. We just flash cook them, and then we'll put them on a sheet pan, let them freeze, and then put them in a freezer bag, let them freeze again, and pull from there. I'm going to do some cheddar cheese crackers. So I do have some like medium cheddar cheese, and then I also have the Kerrygold garlic butter. I got that for like 50 cents a while ago, just a stick of that. I thought that would be nice. I do homemade cereal. I don't think I've ever shared this recipe, but it's just oats and pumpkin seeds. I do some Ceylon cinnamon, some brown sugar, maple syrup, and vanilla, and they love that with raw milk. And then bread. Yes, we have bread and rolls rising right now, and then I'm going to do some hard-boiled eggs and tortillas with some of this. I think that's it, but I'll take you along through the ride. And then groceries are coming. I'm going to show you the grocery haul. It is mainly fresh items. As you can see, life is happening in the background. Let me get this all set up, and then I will show you the grocery haul. And I did want to show you this. This is kind of the consistency that I go for here. I get a lot of questions about my cheese crackers. I don't really overthink it. So I have 8 ounces of shredded cheese. I do a stick of butter. Like I said, the Kerrygold has herbs in it. Cheese, and then like a handful of flour until you get this consistency. Then I mix it together by hand. I guess it's more of a looser pie dough consistency, if that makes sense. Like my pie dough doesn't look like this because obviously I don't have cheese in it, but you know, this could be an actual dough, and you could, you know, get really creative with like a savory dish. Ooh, this actually would be a really good tomato pie crust if you wanted to go that route. But yeah, I just put this right on the pan, and then I press it down and I bake at 400 for, I don't know, 15 minutes. And then we like it a little crispy, and then I'll just cut it up before I bake it. I did forget to say that. I use a pizza cutter to cut it up, or you could just be fun with it and break it into different abstract pieces. But I'll show you the finished result. We have some outdoor boys playing in the background. We love that channel. But I did want to show you what we have here. We have some organic Pink Lady apples. These were the cheapest. If you're new to me, I always try and get the cheapest organic apples. So sometimes it's Gala, sometimes it's Pink Lady. Someday, fingers crossed for us, it will be Honey Crisp. You just need to put that into the air. We have avocados. Millsy has butter on a spoon. That's what she wanted for her birthday. She just told me is butter. A girl after my own heart. Anyways, we have Archer full-size grass-fed beef, 9 grams of protein. I was super disappointed last week. I don't know if you remember. I got Tillamook beef sticks, and I looked at the ingredients briefly, but didn't pay any mind. I don't know. I just figured they were better than like Jack's Links or something like that, or Slim Jims for a throwback. But the Tillamook has, I believe it is carmine in there, and if you look and see where they get that coloring, I was pretty disappointed. We didn't eat those, so we're back to our Archer. Not perfect, but better than, you know, Tillamook. We have salami. I've been doing like charcuterie plates for most of my meals, honestly, just like cheese, meat, basically a protein, a fiber, and a carb, sometimes a healthy fat. It really depends. So yeah, that's what we're going with that. No salt added cut green beans. And then I'm looking at my baby over here. He's on the move, people, and he's fast. So I'm coming. And then I have, yeah, the Annie's Classic Mac. We have some olive oil sourdough flatbread bites. We also have Simple Mills veggie flour pita crackers were on sale. And then the avocado oil Boulder Canyons. We have tomatoes. I've been loving just a tomato and mayo sandwich with salt and pepper. I know they're not heirloom, but it still hits the spot. Maybe throw some bacon or cheese on there. Beef broth. And then we have some oranges. I think that's it. All right, and then here's how the bread came out. I just put it in whatever vessel I can. And then we are stocked up on some drinking water for the week, at least some extra drinking water for the week. We went ahead and got 2 rounds of these jugs, and I really like them because they're easy for transport. For fruits, I just put them in a glass bowl with some baking soda, let them soak for like, I don't know, 10 minutes. Then rinse them really well, dry them really well, and store them in mason jars in the refrigerator. And it works for strawberries, and it gets some of the pesticides off, so yay. Alrighty, my friends, I am back. Everything is pretty much set up for the week. I feel like we got a lot done today, and I know tomorrow I'll have a little sigh of relief waking up to a clean kitchen and having some food prepared for my family, as well as some groceries from a very realistic convenience, we shall call it. So if you like today's video, definitely hit the subscribe button. I again love that you're all here, so I'd love to chat with you in the comments down below, and let me know what you want to see again in the comments down below, and I'll catch you next time. Stay adventurous, stay creative. Bye, y'all.